What's up everybody, my name is Jordan, and today this video is going to be about my biggest pet peeves / the things that I hate. So I compiled up a list of the things that annoy me, and so yeah, I'm just basically just going to start rolling these out like Spitfire. Okay. My first and foremost biggest pet peeve is when people step on the back of my shoes, or on the front of my shoes, or on the side of my shoes. Okay, so how long have you guys been walking? Your whole life. Alright, so you know where to walk. You walk on the floor. My shoes is not one of them, and it's never been one of them. So remember that, people. Next one. My second biggest pet peeve is when people have an attitude for no reason. They just, like, I'll be in a good mood and I'll start, interacting with people, and they'll have an attitude. For what reason? I'm cool, they're cool, we're all cool except for you. So why do you have an attitude for it? It just makes no sense to me, and it makes me so angry and upset. My mom is a victim to one of these people. Why have an attitude? For what? You're gonna turn a potential good day into a bad day because you want to have an attitude from the jump. For what? For what? Alright, so I hate these next two pet peeves are actually on my top 5, like, period, and it will always be my top 5 for the rest of my life, is when people walk slow in front of me and when people drive slow in front of me. It is so irritating when you're trying to get to where you're going quickly and efficiently, and you got somebody or some people walking in front of you at 2 miles per hour when you're trying to walk at 10, like, and then you driving and people want to drive slow. For what reason? I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to go, and you could either move to the slow lane so I can stay in the fast lane, but don't freaking maneuver between the two. And there's been times where there's been drivers driving equally the same speed in a 2-lane, and you cannot get past them. That is so irritating. That is so irritating. Like, one of you guys need to merge into the other lane so the fast people can go right past y'all. You feel me? My fourth one is when people drive, period. Like, I just hate when people drive. I wish I was the only driver in the whole world so I can just get to where I'm going fast as ever, and not have to worry about grandma riding to her nursing home, or a 16-year-old new driver freaking merging into my lane when they need to stay in their lane. More of the story, stay in your lane, period. Alright, this pet peeve is an ongoing pet peeve of mine, and it's when people take longer than when they actually say that they're gonna take. So that's like saying, okay, I'm gonna be there in 30, and I'm victim to this, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I'm still me, so I'm an exception. No, I'm just playing. But for real though, when people say they're gonna be there in 30, but they don't get there until a whole hour and 20 minutes after that, I'm freaking asleep by then. Like, don't waste my time, please. Another big pet peeve of mine is when people flake on plans. This is why I'm victim to scheduling a lot of plans on the same day. And I know that sounds really bad, but I do it for this very reason. I hate when people are like, you wanna go to the mall? Do you want to go to the movies? Do you want to go bowling or whatever? And they'll be like, alright, be there at 5 o'clock. Alright, be there at 6 o'clock. Alright, be there at 4:30. Guess what don't happen? None of them. And then there's been times where I've scheduled 5 plans in one day, and none of them happened. None of them. So I just stayed at home the whole day. What? That's irritating. Oh my god. Okay, so one of my other biggest pet peeves ever is when people rush me. I hate when people are rushing me. I hate when people sit there and remind me how much time I have left. I hate when people sit there and telling me they got somewhere to be, then leave. Nobody's keeping you here. My other pet peeve is when people are hypocrites. I literally hate hypocrites. I hate when people will tell you some information and then turn around and will do the same thing they were just bashing you about. So they're like, okay, don't be late, don't do this, don't do that. But what do? They're late, they're this, they're that. Like, what? I just hate them. Plain out. Just don't be a hypocrite. If you're gonna give me information, make sure you at least follow your own advice. if you want me so too. Common sense. Period. Okay, so I hate when people try to control you. I hate that. Like, I've came this far without you trying to control me. Believe I would still make it without you controlling me. Sit. Okay, so this is an ongoing thing. I'm not saying this to be rude. I'm just saying it's low-key weird and it's low-key annoying. When I'm out in public, when I'm just on the go doing my thing and people are staring. I don't have a problem with people staring. I stare. But they stare, but they don't do anything. They just stare. See, when I'm staring, if they look at me, I'm gonna wave, I'm gonna say hi, I'm gonna blink, I'm gonna do something. But these people, they'll stare at you. And that's it, they'll stare at you. That's just low-key kind of weird to me. I'm just like, if you have something to say something. Not crazy. I'll say something back. I'll wave back. I'll say hi back. I just don't like when people are just sitting there just plain out just staring you down. And you just like kind of looking like, okay. More of the story is just freaking say something. If you see somebody and you feel the need to stare, say something. Be like, what's up? You can even wink if you want to. If you got the balls to wink, wink. Like, do something. Just don't stare, because that's going to do the opposite of what you probably want them to do, to be real. Okay, so this irritates me, and I also fall victim to this, but I hate when people take forever to text back. Now, this is targeted more towards Bay, but don't take a whole hour to text me back. Because you're going to mess around and not have me text you back ever and delete you from my phone and then throw my phone out the window. How about that? Especially when they don't have their read receipts on, or when they have an Android, whatever it is. Not an iPhone, a green message. I'm going to call them green messages. And you don't know if they read it. And that's just so irritating. Why read something and not say something back? You can send me a simple K. At least I know after that K what's really good. Because you send me a K, I'm gonna hit that K back. But if you sit there and have me hanging, what? No. We don't do that around here. No. Don't sit there and have me hanging. Nope. I'm serious. So, another thing that I hate, that will get me irritated, that will have me annoyed, people can't even control this, and it's when I get hot. I stay hot 24/7. I actually have a fan blowing on me right now. I'm gonna say 25/8, because I'm always hot. I'll be sitting there sweating. I'll be looking around, people in a whole jacket, a whole sweater. Mind you, I have a sweater on right now, but I was naked before, so I had to throw something on for this video. But people will sit there in a whole sweater and some pants and be cold. Bruh, it is 80 degrees in this room at least. How are you cold? I wish I was bulimic. I wish I stayed cold all the time, because it's easier to get warm and it's way harder to go from hot to cold, because you can't just start stripping. I mean, I guess you could, but depending on where you at, it's usually not possible to just start stripping in the middle of nowhere. And knowing me, I'm gonna have to strip down to the last piece of article clothing, and that's gonna have to be my boxers, which ironically enough, I'm in right now. I don't have to answer. I'm speaking the truth. One thing that I hate most. Look, I have a car right now, but I don't have insurance on it, so my mom's being really like weird about it. She's not letting me drive her car, which I understand that. Cool, don't let me drive my car because I don't have insurance. I get that, but I don't get it because I want to drive my car. So unfortunately, I have to ride the bus from school back to home. And I used to, back in the golden days, I wouldn't even call it golden, I'm gonna call it the terrible past. So, back in the terrible past, I had to ride the Indigo to and from work. Well, not from work, but I'd have to ride it to work. And that was hell on earth, yep. I almost died from heat. I almost died from hypothermia, like literally. I've never been so cold in my life. I called my work, and they said you don't even have to come to work, but I still did, and it took me, no joke, took me a whole half an hour to thaw out. I low-key could have died. But we ain't gonna talk about it. But I hate riding the bus. So now I have to ride the bus from school to home. And let me tell you, there's nothing more annoying than having some ghetto kids talking in your ear and they don't stop. They don't stop talking. They don't even stop talking to breathe. They just sit there and talk about nothing, and it's so annoying. I just want to thank God in this moment for headphones. Amen. For real. If it wasn't for headphones, I would have caught a body by now. I'm so serious. My final and last thing that I have to say is being interrupted. It's all a matter of respect. I respect you. I respect a lot of people. But when you interrupt somebody, that just shows that you don't care about what they have to say, regardless if it's relevant or not. I just feel like somebody should just owe me the respect of letting me finish my sentence or, you know, my story, whatever I'm discussing at that moment, and be cool. I just don't want to be interrupted. I feel like nobody wants to be interrupted. So yes, just don't interrupt me, please. Please. This is gonna start all kinds of problems for no reason. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. My social media is in the description box below. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is right now. Yeah, be a good person.